will be starting a Kerbal Space Program career today. Alright, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I believe now would be a good time to do so. I need to create the game. I decided I would do that on stream, so. I don't have a name in mind. I'm just gonna name it Career. Very original, I know. I'm going to use the I'm just gonna use the Kerbal US flag that I have. And then I do want to change some of these settings, so yeah, first of all, I will have quick saving. I will not have reverting flights though. Missing crews will not respawn. No. No entry purchase required on research. I think maybe having that off might be interesting. I'm not sure though. I can always change it at a later date. Indestructible. Yeah. Alright. Indestructible facilities. Persistent Kerbal inventory layout. Allow other launch sites. No. Enable comm network. We'll have that on. We'll leave all of these here. I wonder what the minimum starting funds would be that I should set. I'll just have it be near default. Enable Kerbal experience. Science. Heart pressure limits. Heart G-force limits. Kerbal G-force limits. You know, I think it should all be good. So. Yeah. Alright, start. We'll just override it. Okay, so. Alright, so. This is going to be our career, and our goal today will be to achieve orbit, so that's what our goal will be, I believe. How many can you accept right now? Maximum of 2. Okay. So I'm going to go into the VAB and we'll construct the default rocket. We already know what it is. Everyone's made it before. It's very quick to produce, very cheap. I don't know what those are. I'm gonna have to go figure out what those are because I should not have those. So after the stream, I'll go look into those because I tried to make it stock. I'll have to see what mod added those. But yeah. Alright, so first launch, most average launch to ever exist. I forgot to I think that's better. I'm not sure. I'm just adjusting my audio while I do this. think we'll be able to make it past the light color. Yeah, we just hit apogee, so we will now descend, I guess. It seems we'll be landing on land, hopefully. Uh-oh. Not the point. Well, Jeb dot no, Jeb's fine. Alright. We'll have a little flashing later. Okay, great. Can I use this from outside? Yes, yes I can. No, I can't. Great. Okay, that just means it's gonna be a really annoying cleanup process. I don't think I will lose any science though. I think it'll just be really annoying to clean up, so yeah. Alright, so from that I have 28.1 science, and I have already 100,000 funds, which is definitely more than enough to do anything in this game. Basic rocketry and engineering, because engineering gives us the science. We could go for survivability. Well, actually, yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And then pick up the next contract, which will be, I would believe it is going to be escape the atmosphere I should do next. I could try to do this, but I feel like I don't want to do those R&Ds right now. At some point, I do want to actually go ahead and do space station related activities. Alright, sorry about that. I have returned. So we're going to try to go for station contracts in this save because I got free IVA and I want to test it out in a career, but what else can we do really here? We won't do that yet. I think we might try to do both of these in one for extra funds, but yeah. Or free. Well, we can't really handle free. It's hard to control the speed, so there's no point in doing that right now because I can't guarantee it. And then I don't want to do this. This is field research is kind of free science at the beginning sometimes. Same with rover missions. Field research is just free money when you get free science, and it feels very cheaty to me, so I might remove it just out of dislike for the way it works. Alright, so getting to space, we have no, oh wait, we do have the coupler. Do we have heat shield? Oh wait. We don't need it though. We're not gonna be that heated in the atmosphere, so That's all we really need there. What if I just do SRB for the upper stage? That could be done. I don't know if I would want to, though. I might actually want to instead use a just liquid fuel stage like a normal person for the final stage. It doesn't, I don't really think it needs too many stages. It does just need to get out of the atmosphere, so. We will. I guess what we can do is this, where we just stack these downwards and have a bottom liquid fuel stage like that. That way this does the majority of the work, and then we do a final push with the booster there. So we have some experiments we need to do, so we'll be going through what, 4 atmospheric levels plus so we need 5 of those. I don't need to grind all the science right now, so we'll just take 4 of these. We'll just do 3 actually. It should be fine. And then, oh wait, no, we need them up here. Glad I caught on to that. Okay, like that. I would rather have them here though. That should be everything on this rocket, hopefully. I think this is enough to get to space. I'm not sure. We burn directly up. I mean, well, we can just do it anyway. I don't think it really matters too much. Can I not? Select crew. Alright, well. Won't let me do that for some reason, so we'll just have to launch and go ahead like that anyway. We might achieve orbit very early on. Our mission. We're gonna get 1 set here, 1 set here, 1 set here. Alright, so I skipped a whole area, so I'm gonna have to actually gonna take these in the just below space area of the atmosphere. We have a little apoapsis, but I don't really think we needed the 2nd stage anyway, so. We are almost there. I think we've now just passed into a very high atmosphere, so we can do all the experiments. And I do want to land near the water, so we'll just activate an SRB that way. And then we won't get any data from space, but we can just do that in our orbital mission. We haven't unlocked EVA yet. We're pretty far downrange, but yeah. Set it retrograde. Well, I mean, I don't really think it matters too much. Okay, don't move whenever you're in 12 times time warp. That does not end well, apparently. So we are reheating a bit more than I expected. We're not going that fast, though. I don't think it can really do much. I was wondering why those weren't coming off, but it's really simple when you think about it. Alright, we've deployed our parachute, and alright, well, yeah, so pretty sure all of these have been used, so yeah. This thing's going very slow. There was around 10 seconds left of us being airborne now, so. Oh yeah. Then we're gonna force Jeb to get out here and EVA report because, yeah. Alright, yeah. Oh well. So, that seemed like a very successful second flight. We are already on good pace, it seems, for what we're doing. 79 science. I might need to nerf the amount of science we get. Okay, so now, now you're starting to break, so I might have to delete the clouds and evaporate them because it's starting to cause visual issues. It wasn't doing it yesterday, I tested it, so I don't know why it's doing it now, but 20 and 45. We do have enough for those two, so we'll get them. And then we don't have enough science for anything else we want to get, so the next contracts we have is orbit Kerbin and get a no, orbit maybe. Well, okay, wait, what parts do I have exactly that I can use here? I do have the Sputnik. I could launch a Sputnik, but there is so little controls in it that it would be very annoying to do. You might want to launch a Kerbal first to space and then launch a probe just for scientific reasons. Or we could do what I used to do and I could just put a probe on like that, but I don't think I'll do that, so. I'm just gonna start calling them like the Mark series or something, so. Did I accept the contracts? Hold on. Let me go check. I don't know if I actually accepted all the contracts that I require. So, let's see. Mission control. Orbit Kerbin. I'll take Orbit Kerbin. And then I don't know whichever one I should use. Test a swivel at the launch site. That's the only engine I have. Is a bit extra funds, I guess. We'll do it. I have so much funds. Alright, I forgot. Upgrade fans are really expensive in this game. Well, we can just make an orbital rocket, so. This time we will have a heat shield. And we have not gained science from space or launch pads, so we're going to actually okay. We're gonna have 2 sets of experiments on here. And that should be all we need on the capsule, so. Coupling, decoupler, and a stager. Sadly, we don't have the Terrier yet, so we will have to use a swivel engine there. Alright, yeah, so. This has a, like, 800 meters per second delta V around 40 kilometers, so I don't know if that's enough. Or if it's better to add a second fuel tank on here. That should be more than enough. And then, of course, the main stage. I don't know how stable this will be. On sea level, how much does this stage have? I don't know if that's enough. I don't think I should add boosters, so. I think this should be good. I feel like it might be a bit wobbly though, that's my concern. Might decide to defy physics. Well, fairness with the swivel, you don't really see a major boost in delta V change. Instead, we could use, it would be, well no, because then you can't deorbit. We'll just have that set to white. So, what I can do here is I can just know that this isn't enough. I guess what I can do is add one more there. I just have to hope this thing doesn't wobble out of control, but yeah, it's really what I need to do for it, so. We should be able to do this. Alright, so aim our camera here. I'm going to take some launchpad experiments because I just haven't done those yet. Has enough. I still can make some science now, which I can use for side conductors if I want to use like 2 SOBs. Which I could have done anyway. I did get one contract done though. I should at least be able to reach space. I don't think orbit can be achieved, but I think space can, so. Yeah, we should be able to get to space at least. To get a crew report from the 55-kilometer range to the 75-kilometer range. We do want a report from there. I did not get a crew report, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Alright, well, there's capsule separation. We're just gonna go ahead now and re-enter Kerbin, because, well, yeah. This is why you don't time warp shit. Jeb's already fucked. Well. I assume that just obliterates the entire thing. Can I afford mission control upgrade? Does it just evaporate him? Or does it like change it to a different point in time? Okay, yeah, he's fucked anyway. Great. So Jeb's dead. This is a great start. Oh, you have to upgrade this. So, this is why I hate the Kraken. just gonna have to do this the other way. So what we'll do is we'll just attach a two-side modular strut, and we'll just attach a coupler and two hammer boosters. So this is what I call a bad idea. Yeah, so we've killed Jeb. He's not coming back. Great. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I don't know if this is enough. I guess we can always just add a second tank here. Great. Okay, we'll just have to hope this works. If this doesn't work, then... It might be smart to restart. I didn't add any fins, so... I don't even know it's a high apogee. I don't know if this can get to space. Well, we're gonna get a crew report from there, and then we're gonna do what we did last time and just pray we don't explode again. There is a chance I just restart because A, nobody's here watching, B, I already killed Jeb, C, yep. Wait, why do they defaultly spawn with parachutes if you can't even use them? They should have it like not that way. Alright, so safety precautions, we're also gonna do this thing called retrograde burn. Alright, well. I might die. I don't know if I got these or not. What does this display even do? Okay, so Valentina did not die, luckily. Oh, I had one from space. Yeah, pretty sure I already got all this. I did not get all this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this because I want all that science. So I can unlock the couplers. So I can, well, not just unlock the coupler, you know. Alright, now I think we should aim for orbit. So we're just gonna go ahead and just do the exploration contract now. Wait, when does the contract say put a Kerbal into orbit? No. What if we just launch? Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just launch a satellite. And that means I can literally just do this one as well. So 2 in 1. It would be nice to have an inclination wheel, but I assume instead we're probably gonna want. Wait, what's 18 plus 5? Do I have enough for both of those? It would be very, very convenient if I had enough for both of those, because if I could get both, then I would be really well off, so. Yeah, my math was right, alright. Okay, that's very nice then. Very, very nice. That means I am able to begin the construction of Rocket 2.0. We're gonna put it in a service bay for aerodynamic reasons with a nose on top, nose cone. And here we will put our Sputnik or Stay Putnik. I have zero clue how to say. And of course we have our small reaction wheel, which we can sneak in there. I don't think we actually have any way of recharging, so we're going to have to use the power of battery. And I think the final stage, how much would this have once in space? How much delta V is this? 1,500. So the idea is we can just fire this off in orbit. We don't need to bring this back, it just has to orbit, so that should work. And then the ascent stage will be actually use a... No, we'll use a swivel. That means this theoretically at an altitude of 0 has... This one has 2,500 meters per second in it, so... We're going to add 2 radial decouplers, and we're going to add 2 hammer boosters. And in theory, this should be enough to get to orbit. Does it fit? It does. Okay, good, good, good. Oh wait, there is one thing I forgot. We are going to want, there's no reverting to VAB, so I have to literally do it the slow way, where you have to recover it, and then you have to go back to the, VAB. That's a bit annoying, but it's fine. It doesn't really matter too much. 7255. Please tell me it didn't scam me of my money. It did not. Good. The one thing I forgot was just comms. It doesn't really matter too much, but it's very nice to have, so. That should be enough. Really, all we need is just a Communitron 16. So we'll actually just replace this here with this. We'll just hide it in here. Or we'll try to hide it in there. So this thing doesn't have a long life, but yeah. Hopefully this thing has a long enough life to actually get to orbit. I don't know if it will with the reaction wheel there. I might have to limit its power so it doesn't actually use a significant amount. Like, what's our natural degen here? Alright, well. I don't know how to use this. Thought the reaction wheel would give me SAS, but no, apparently not, so. I give up on this. It's cooked. I'm doing really bad so far. I think you have to go. So, this is not a good device. The best thing I can think of doing is that should be good, I hope. I'm just gonna label them all Mark because that's what you do early game. It's just the easiest. Why'd I leave? Oh right, I have to spend all of my funds to upgrade this. So now I'm poor again. And I don't think I can afford many failures. So hopefully this works. Okay, well, I don't know how to use this. Oh, this here. It's definitely too fast. I should have added a first limit to this. Yeah, so we go up, I guess. If I had SAS, I want to be using good. It's just I don't think I can trust myself without SAS. I really just effed up there. Alright. So, I just have to pray that this thing doesn't flip around, and then should be orbital. How much charge do we have left? And we have enough. Now it burns very quickly, so we want to do it. We want to do the burn around apoapsis. I want that so bad. Well. Sadly, it does say locked on our time to reach, so we don't know when our apogee is. We know the height, so we just have to look there. And we're practically there, so we'll engage engines. So I think I backed a bit too much fuel in this, so this is now going to exit Kerbin. Um, Interesting. So I definitely overbuilt this. I guess I could have limited the solid fuel a bit more, but it's just gonna go now. Well, should put some experiments on here, but oh, well, now I know I can use this exact probe if I want to escape again with science experiments on it. Well, I got a probe into orbit. I was sadly unable to return it though, so. So that wasn't really a science-based mission, so we don't have enough to do anything. That was just completing a contract, so. So these two will be our next contracts. So once we do these two, we will be done for today probably, because I'm probably just gonna restart. Nah. This is too strong here. What we need to do is we need to limit that. No. We have to swap this to a liquid fuel stage. There is a problem with this. It's bigger. So it worked well without being able to turn, so we'll just swap it to a Reliant for better fuel efficiency. So hopefully this doesn't destroy these two stages delta V too much. The idea is we can turn that off, turn around, and then deorbit it. So yeah, we do have to return it successfully as well, so we do need a parachute. I think 2 drogues should actually be enough. Alright, well, we'll launch this now and pray it works successfully, so. Alright, well we're up, so we're gonna keep going up hopefully. Vapor cones, breaking the speed of sound. Yup. Average day. So of course it is unable to circularize, which I am fine with, because the rest is easy once you've done the actual ascent. Seems to actually be doing a gravity turn this time, surprisingly. It did not do that last time, so who knows. Dang, my phone just died. Oh well. Now we're going to go to around apoapsis and just try to circularize. Hopefully it works. I forgot to put this in hibernation when we do that because I don't want it burning up too much energy. Extend the antenna. We don't want to lose contact. Apogee should be around now, so we can disable hibernation. Okay, so we've entered orbit and we now just have to return it. So I did forget a decoupler, which is very scary actually. Alright, so yeah, that's a problem. Only 2 drogues. I don't know if it'll actually be able to stop it quick enough. I don't know if it's better to land in water or on land, and I believe it would be better to land on land, but I don't think that's going to be an opportunity, so yeah. That's crazy. We have to upgrade the tracking station. Assuming this doesn't burn up or break off from aerodynamics, we should be good. I mean, we're not going to deploy it after we've gone down anyway, so it's like, we might as well have it up now. I don't like how little we're slowing down. Damn, it's broken. Okay, we no longer have comms. Oh, we do have comms. Never mind. We're good. It's really bad once one fin explodes, so we're gonna begin the barbecue roll. It does make the craft uncontrollable though, if I'm SAS. So what happens when you forget to put a decoupler on here. I don't think drogues will be enough, Because if I was only returning this part, not all of this. Oh, we're still going really fast. May not have been a good idea to play drugs in, but yeah, oh well. Nah, bro, we're just gonna barely land in the water. Or on land. We might actually land on land and then fall into the water. Bruh. It's like, come on, I just want to get on land. The game's teasing me right now, isn't it? I don't know, I'm saving, there's nothing I can really do. Yeah, well. I'm concerned that this won't slow down enough. I don't know if it'll destroy the whole thing in a bit. I think as long as the probe itself doesn't get destroyed, we should be fine, so please, come on. Oh my gosh, we're still going really fast. Okay. That's bad. You can obviously try the, aerodynamic brake maneuver. This is one thing we can do. This technically aero brakes it by a nice amount. See that? How it's like going down. Now it is very dangerous if it's spinning that fast, but it is safer than not doing it, I think. I don't know. Yes, yes, it survived. Yeah, it did it. This is so unprofessional. That is actually so unprofessional. It did it. This is so. That is actually so. I guess we completed the contract, even if it was kind of explosive and not that good. It did it. So. Oh, we got signs from that. I guess we completed the contract, even if it was kind of explosive. We do have some. Oh wait, I just realized I have this open on the computer. Oh no, the feedback is gonna be terrible. Nice amount of funds. Cool. I think I can recover rubber debris from here, if there was ever debris. I don't think there was. I really don't know what to do about this, really. I don't know where it's going outside Kerbin, I just know it's going outside Kerbin, so it could be going all the way to Jewel, it could be going to Moho, I have zero clue. I don't think it made it that far, I think it's still relatively Kerbinized. We might see it back in our, might see it come back in our lifetime. Oh well, so I have actually, I don't know if I want to do Explore of the Month today. I will do it at some point. No, I probably will do all this stuff today. Well, I don't like the studies. The only other interesting one is, can you theoretically get like a Mun, Mid-Miss, Flyby. Transfer window, like, is there like a transfer window, like at a specific point where you could just fly by both the Mun and Mid-Miss? Because if so, that'd be very nice to do. I mean, it depends if, like, how long it takes to get it. I don't know. Oh well. R and D. 51 that we can use on Bs. Advanced rocketry would be nice. If I get advanced rocketry, I'm sending Kerbals up the next time I launch. Sadly, there's nothing here that actually benefits me for launching Kerbals anywhere now, so I benefited for launching probes, but not Kerbals, so that's kind of a problem, but thank you to absolutely nobody for tuning in, because nobody ever joined, so this has been somebody, and goodbye, I guess.